Hey guys, how you doing? It's Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NHL playoff previews and prediction on tonight's game between the Ottawa Senators hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs. Also, we're going to take a look at the game between Vegas and Minnesota. Today is Thursday. It is May 1st. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Thirsty Thursdays. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report. Come and get a free 7-day pass. All you got to do is click the link in the description, fill it out, and we'll hook you up with a 7-day membership for free right here at atsstats.com. All right, bunch of Game 6s tonight in the NHL, and if you look at the last 7 days, for the favorites and underdogs, it's 50-50. It's a coin flip on the 7-day average. Neutral market when it comes to favorites and underdogs straight up. When it comes to the over-under, a lot of games have been going over. 69.1% of the NHL playoff games have gone over the total. And from a puck line point of view, 67.9% of the games have gone to the underdogs. So a lot of low-scoring games or high-scoring games, but tight scoring games is what I was trying to say. And 67.9 for the underdog. Speaking of the underdog, let's go to the game between the Ottawa Senators and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the Sens winning 4-0 against Toronto in Toronto. So we'll see what happens to the Leafs here tonight. They took the first 3 games. The Sens took the last 2. This is a little bit of pressure in the Ottawa Senators. They're a young team, and they've never been in this situation. Been in the playoffs now, first time in a long time. And you do have a little bit of veterans here on the Leafs, but we'll see after losing 2 how they can get back that momentum. But I'm going to lean with the Ottawa Senators here tonight. They're minus 120 favorite against the Toronto Maple Leafs. I got the total landing on 5.69, so we do have it going over the total. And looking at the Raymond Report. Now, if you are new to the Raymond Report, the way I classify my teams is A, B, and C. And if you look at the Raymond Report, anytime you got an A-type team, that's a team with a 60 or higher win percentage. In this case would be Toronto. A B-type team, which is Ottawa, 50 to 59.9. And teams with a losing record, we call those C-type teams. And I go to my strength of schedule database, and I put an A-type team on the road against a B-type team like Ottawa, and they're coming off a loss. What's the history in the NHL this season for that A-type team tonight? 12-13 straight up. Not a great record. 15-10 on the puck line, and 13-12 to the over-under. Let's take a look at Ottawa, though. A B-type team hosting an A-type team this season in the NHL, and they're coming off a win. How does that B-type team do at home? 21-13. And look at the over-under, 23-8-3 to the over. So some great value to the over on tonight's game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators. I'm going to leave with the Ottawa Senators here tonight, but you know what? That over now has piqued my interest. All right, let's go to pick number 2, and let's go to that game between Vegas and Minnesota. Now, Vegas and Minnesota. So the VGK is up 3-2 in the series, and the last game did go to the Golden Knights. 3-2 was the final. Now, tonight, they're a 164 road favorite. They're an A-type team against a B-type team, so same situation with the Leafs. And looking at the minus 164, looking at the forecast on the computer pick, I got 3.2 to 2.4 the over-under at 5.72. So the one thing when you're handicapping playoff sports, right, you have to consider momentum, because during the regular season, you're going through the motions of the schedule, but now you're facing the same team every other night. It's a 7-game series. It's like apples and oranges, right? To me, there's 3 seasons in sports: preseason, regular seasons, and the playoffs. And now we're in the money time, right? We're in the playoffs. But going into tonight, you got an A-type team taking on a B-type team. Let's take a look at the record here. So we got a A-type team on the road against a B-type team, and they're coming off a win. Let's see how that A-type team does next game. 16-19. 18-17 ATS, 18-14-3 to the over-under. How about those B-type teams at home, coming off against an A-type team, coming off a loss last game, and the score in that final game was what, 3-2? We said 3-2 for the Vegas Golden Knights. So let's see what the record. 20-11. I kind of like the Wild here. You know, this you're getting into Game 6, win one, lose one type thing. Minnesota's been decent at home. You look at their home record throughout the year. Let me pull up the Raymond Report here. Actually, let me go get the big Raymond Report tip sheet. Go to my dashboard. Go to NHL. Let's go to Minnesota against Vegas, and let's take a look at. Let's go more in depth and detail. I like the Minnesota Wild here tonight. 23-20 at home. The thing with Vegas, a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde team, right? If you look at home, 31-13, and they kind of hide on the road, 22-21. They do have a good record, though, in Minnesota, 7-3. However, at playoff time, like I said, apples and oranges. Give me the Minnesota Wild tonight. And I'm going to take the Geico Insurance. I'm going to take that plus 1.5 goals. And you know what? If it goes in overtime, 3-2 type game, we still hook them. Hey, hook them, Dano. And let's go get that cash. Give me Minnesota tonight, and give me the Ottawa Senators on the money line. And let's go get some winners. All right, guys, don't forget, you can take advantage of the 7-day trial. Free membership. Click the link in the description. Take you to the website, fill it out, and I'll send you an email with your username and password. And then you can come and kick the tires right here at atsstats.com. Good luck.